Didn't I go there? I'm pretty sure I went there, man.
And the crowds of New Atlantis don't make me uncomfortable exactly.
Whoa, what happened here?
But it does feel domestic in some way. Normal. Controlled. It makes me antsy.
Any problem here, guys? What happened?
Hey, kind of breaking my concentration here. Wonder what these new anti-terramorph assignments are going to do to recruitment.
Authorized personnel. Your friend has to stay here.
What's this? Just you then? No UC executioner. So the cabinet knows the truth about Orlays. Splendid. That means you and I can get to work. Once we'd cracked synthesizing the Lazarus plant's pollen, research that took years in and of itself, the attacks were... Orlays' ship would land on our target, bearing a few heat leeches. Nothing that would raise suspicion. Then Lazarus pollen was pumped out of the ship during liftoff from the planet's surface. Shortly thereafter, an attack. A strike perpetrated in mere moments, with no... We were in the middle of an all-out war, Captain. Committing ships to save the city would have left another undefended. Which city would you prefer I'd sacrificed? Sidonia? Gagarin? New Atlantis? And if anyone else had learned about the Lazarus plant, well, the risk was too great. I weighed the options. I'll tell you why. Because the UC was, and is, full of people unwilling to pay the price required for victory. In the last days of the war, the UC was on the precipice of executing a final great assault on the Freestar Collective home system of Cheyenne. A massive strike, capable of obliterating Freestar Central Command and ending the conflict at long last. A thought I'd had myself, but such invasions are costly, in resources and lives. Others in the UC believed the blockade would be sufficient to bring the Freestar Collective to its knees, but they were wrong. So instead, they sacrificed far more lives in a protracted war, rather than doing the right thing from the start. And you'd be right. Everything was in place. But just before we could launch the strike, word came from Londinian. joke. But the scale we were working, that's precisely what it was. A distraction. And I dealt with it as such. Quickly. Definitively. The only reasonable solution. So upon my return from Londinian, we proceeded with our killing blow. Initially, we had great success against the mess the Freestar Collective called the Navy. But then the Freestar citizenry decided to get involved. Dozens of civilian ships jumping in to shield their military counterparts. I, of course, had no trouble firing on what should have been designated enemy vessels. But my peers had lost the stomach for it. So many lives lost already, they wailed. So the great UC Navy was routed by a mob. They picked our ships apart. The UC surrendered not long after. It's human nature to see patterns, even when there are none. What ended the colony war was cowardice. Nothing less. Well, thanks to our combined efforts, the Fanon name has more clout with the cabinet than it has in years. I hope to build on that. I have a long list of names civilized society would be better without. I just need someone to... Should we begin the hunt? Just what I was hoping to hear. There's a... Those are the details for our first, person of interest. Find them, eliminate them, and make the galaxy a better place for it. Though I would expect some resistance when trying to approach the target. Deal with any you encounter as you see fit.
Authorized personnel only. Threat has to stay here.
I'm sorry, heat leeches can turn into what?
Understood.
Gotta be honest, I'm a little surprised every time the ship
Damn, there's a whole section of cargo, mate.
Glad you're in the fleet. If you weren't, I would have killed you already.
Oh, bhai.
Always looking for the next mark.
As long as the credits keep rolling in.
Yes.
Hey.
Howdy.
All right, a few things to note. When we get to the checkpoint, UC military will be hailing us. Let me do the talking. Pretend you're a piece of cargo if you have to. Good. Say nothing and let their minds fill in the gaps.
Hey, a crate of cargo can still have personality, though, if you add enough flair.
Let's try to keep our bags colorless and boring, then. Now, like I said before, once we take off, there's no turning back until this job is done. If you need to take care of anything before we leave, do it. If you want to ask me any other questions, go for it. All right, then get comfortable. We leave for SY-920 immediately.
All crew prepare for takeoff. Routing power to engine and grav drive. All systems go.
Oh, wow.
We'll grav jump the SY-920 from here. Don't worry about your personal ship. The fleet will make sure it's secure. You can take this time to prepare. Just try not to bother my pilot while they're flying.
Don't worry, Captain. I've spent half my life walking and chewing gum at the same time. I can handle a little banter.
Sounds like you're putting in a request for double duty.
Captain, I retract my earlier statement. For the record, I don't even like gum.
Noted. Just get us there safe.
Roger that.
Whoa.
You've entered secure UC military space. Identify yourself or you will be considered hostile.
This is Captain Huan Daiyu, cargo class ship ID UC 7938, requesting permission to dock.
Identity confirmed. Prepare your ship for scanning. You're cleared to dock at docking bay 2.
Looks like we're clear. We'll talk more once we're docked.
Damn, dude. Hey, man, that's a pretty good docking, brother.
Okay, we're in. First things first. The station is enormous, with checkpoints everywhere. To get past them, you'll need a military uniform. And to get a uniform, you'll need to get to the barracks. There should be a way through the vents. You can get to them via the maintenance store downstairs. There's an intercom there as well, where we can make contact. Once you get a uniform, it should be fairly easy to find an elevator to the command bay. But if at any point your cover's blown, I'm gone. Very funny. But if you do get into trouble, try and use that quick wit to your advantage. Either way, for now, get on that station and find that intercom. We'll talk more then.
Yes? What?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Hello, Captain.
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks. Cargo haulers are restricted to the cargo bay.
Oh, they are already going up as.
Hold up. This area is for SY-920 military only. Rules are rules. Can't let... That doesn't... Nobody told me. Figures. Sorry, no uniform.
Oh.
Greetings, Captain.
You with the Jade Swan? Loading and unloading only. Stay clear of the military barracks. Do your job, keep your head down, and we won't have trouble. Hold up. This area... Rules are rules. I haven't received that. That doesn't sound like... That's true. It's classified too. Maybe if you do it quickly. All right, fine. You're good. Just be quick about it. That goes for your friend, too.
Thanks. You won't even know we were here.
We've been asked to tighten security on the station. Orders are orders.
It's tough not seeing any action, but securing a station like this is a pretty important duty.
I was the kid who ate too much heel paste. Look at me now. Marine on
My back's fine. Patrolling the barracks.
There's sensitive equipment up here. If it were up to me, it would have a lot of
another checkpoint is far down. You might need a clearance. I don't like deliberately drawing attention to yourself. The uniform won't be enough, though. You'll need to find a computer. Try the security office. They likely have a computer there that has one. Going down for now. We'll talk again once you've located your target.
You headed down to the engineering bay? Well, you better hurry. You know what they say, Marine. 15 minutes early, you're still 10 minutes late.
Need your clearance code, Marine. All right, Ensign, let's hear it. You're clear, Ensign Akasaka. I assume the two of you are together?
Of course. I go where they go.
Then you're both clear.
What's new?
Commander Natara, test flights for the latest prototypes are ready to go.
Acknowledged, Lieutenant. Inform them they are clear to launch. Get back to your post, Ensign. I don't take kindly to loiterers on my ship.
You lost, Ensign?
I don't know you, Ensign. You sure you have clearance?
Now, let's see what's in there.
How are the tests for the comms site going?
Dr. Vogel has put in a request for more personnel. It seems there was an accident.
Always something with that doctor.
Not to change the subject, but are we concerned about the potential leaks?
No. Until you can provide more substantial proof, we'll simply monitor the situation at the cargo bay. For now, I've recommended to Dr. Vogel to contact me immediately if he identifies any suspicious behavior.
Taego here. Cargo's almost unloaded. We'll be departing shortly. You are, and I've delivered you just as Delgado asked. That being said, I can stay in orbit for a short while. I'll need to send word to Delgado anyway, if you don't get off that station. But it looks like you'll need to find your own way off the ship. That doesn't mean you're trapped. On a station this big, there are bound to be other vessels you can steal. As a member of the Crimson Fleet, I trust you can handle that. You've made it this far without engaging in combat. I trust you have. It was an honor to work with the trooper. Good luck. If you make it out alive, next time you're at the Nova, I'll buy you.
Ah, balls.
You aren't assigned to this level, Ensign. You need to leave.
Yes, if you have experience flying, you should talk to Dr. Vogel.
I don't. I've flown a discovery class.
Intercepting transponder data in a harbor system might be promising. According to autocorrelation models... Wait, who are you? Why are you in here? Did you not see the sign? The comm spike. But I can't just... It's attached to a prototype in one of our docking ports.
We're still in the testing phase, running decryptions across a variety of signal types. But the results so far, it can even interpolate signal data lost in the retrieval. Yes, it's not quite cracking the Enigma code, but it will give us a significant... We'll be able to infer... Not that we'd care about that sort of thing. And yes, there are certain kinks to be worked out, missing parts and the occasional traumatic injury here and there, but... Yes, it's not the destination, but the journey that matters. But don't worry, we've corrected the problem. In short, I've requested they'll give the prototype. Splendid. That was fast. I thought I put... Normally my request on... Commander Natara. I'm sorry, I'm not... And they didn't bother... You're right. We do... All right, you've convinced me. You're the new test. You'll need a uniform and a terminal. The uniform you can get in the locker room area. You'll find the prototype ship at Docking Bay 8. Use the password to access the flight terminals in the control center. And of course, best of luck. You are doing science a great service by undertaking this sacrifice.
Can you talk to the commander? Can you talk to the commander? Get me reinstated.
Natara's doing you a favor, Marcine. Would you have preferred a court-martial? Dishonorable discharge? Because all of that was on the table.
I would have preferred things to remain as they were, so I made a mistake. But my work on the Comspike
was and is irrelevant. Dr. Vogel will do just fine without you. Besides, we both know the only reason that you were on that project was to bloat the budget so we could embezzle the creds. And to that end, your share of the funds should be transferred to your Gal Bank account shortly.
What am I supposed to even say to that? Those funds are the reason I don't have a job.
Find out why this was locked.
You can start by saying thank you. Hell, I even warned you not to poke the bear.
So, what's this big project you're working
Natara
on?
being the Ursine Predator
I
analogy.
can tell you, but then I...
Aaron was right. I should have never hit send.
Nope. Right out the air.
Yeah, you screwed up royally. But you can protect Dr. Gong and all the king's subjects by keeping your mouth shut from now on.
Yeah.
Hey, you want my advice? On some planet at the edge of the galaxy where you can relax for a bit. Lean back. Really dig your feet in the sand. Just get your mind off all this. Oh, and stop with the sad puppy dog face, too. Makes you look guilty.
And what kind of face am I supposed to have?
The face of someone who got away with it.
No clear.
This station are some of the best in the galaxy.
Aneh.
Prototype ship, you are not cleared for takeoff. What's going on over there?
Unauthorized launch from engineering. All ships, secure the prototype. I have visual. Safety's off.
Tiny tin can of fragile humans has survived being hurtled through space once more. Time to cycle the airlock and move.
You might want this.
Captain.
Well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me. Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here.
Need something?
Heading out.
Whoa, the stores here are right on top of us. I don't think I'm just browsing will work as an excuse.
Price is too high when it comes to protection. Well, only the best metal plated, all made by yours truly. But me? Nah. I mean, my friends like to say. Yep. Well, only the best protective gear you can find. See ya.
Talk to me. Yep. Take this. Enjoy. Hey, not a problem. See you later.
All right. Sure I got something to... Tactical gear. Hi. I'm here if you need me.
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons. Nothing's a substitute for a shotgun blast to the face.
Bog's grog is fine if you like cheap moonshine. Give me an brown dog.
Are you looking to start something?
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet. Don't we all? But you seem to be a quick learner. Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that comm spike. Yeah, although I get why you didn't give me the detail. If I had known this was about the legacy, I might have asked for a bigger cut. You read my mind. I don't like the thought of putting my routes in jeopardy. But I respect Delgado, and I believe he's onto something. What that is, though...
Looks like everyone's starting to buy in. Well, stealing. Pardon.
Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink, and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado.
Too many missions. Not enough time.
Smuggling beats a real job any day.
Folks here may seem strange and menacing, but they're just regular folks like us, who happen to be strange and menacing.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the comm spike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Yeah, nice try, Rook. We know you didn't have a choice. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comm spike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4. Perfect. That means you know how to handle the locals on Neon, which gives you a head start. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward, we all split the cash. You'll find I rarely imply things. In fact, I take pleasure in declaring my words straight to your goddamn face. Here is an example. I want you to do everything Estelle asks. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
Technically, we already answer to you, but point taken.
And if you fail me here, you will not like the answers I give.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
After everything that happened on Vectera, Brogan's crew would be kicking themselves if they... knew I'd walked into this place.
Rook.
You've got anything ship-related? You're at the right place. Bannock 4 is a ringed planet, uninhabitable, with heavy electromagnetic distribution. It would be impossible to land on the planet's surface. So our only hope is that the legacy is trapped within its ring. I wish. That technology is Generdyne's pride and joy. The basic theory of lightning capture is no mystery. The real trick is equalizing the charge and storing it safely. Between you and me, I can't wait to get my hands on that. Catch you later. Here to upgrade that all business and... Sure.
What am I?
That last shot didn't pan out. I need something bigger.
The fuck?
Ships separated. Engaging drive. Docking. And complete.
Good day, Captain.
We hunt piracy all across the galaxy.
Yep, just doing nothing.
The Vigilance is a state-of-the-art warship. Anyone that gets on the wrong end of her guns?
The commander appreciates
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process.